You know, people ask me all the time about why dogs do the strange things they do. And my answer is always the same. Dogs are not humans. They don't think like us. They don't communicate like us. And they definitely don't have the same motivations as us. But that doesn't mean we can't understand them. In this video, we're going to explore 8 strange dog behaviors and what they really mean. We'll delve into the world of canine communication, psychology, and instincts to shed light on these peculiar habits. By the end, you'll have a deeper understanding of your furry friend and be better equipped to build a stronger bond based on mutual respect and understanding. So, whether your dog is a grass grazer, a tail chaser, or a butt sniffer, get ready to unravel the mysteries behind their quirky actions. Let's dive in. Now, we've all seen it. Dogs happily munching on grass like it's a gourmet salad. But why do they do it? Well, there are a few possible explanations. One theory is that it helps with digestion. Just like us, dogs can get upset stomachs, and some believe that eating grass can help soothe their tummy troubles. It might be their way of inducing vomiting to get rid of something that's not sitting right. Another possibility is that they're simply missing certain nutrients in their diet. Grass contains vitamins and minerals that might be lacking in their regular food. Think of it like them adding a little supplement to their meal. Of course, some dogs might just enjoy the taste and texture of grass. It could be a sensory thing for them, like chewing on a toy. Whatever the reason, if your dog is eating grass occasionally and doesn't seem sick, it's usually not a cause for concern. Picture this. Your dog spinning in circles, desperately trying to catch its own tail. It's a classic dog behavior that can be both amusing and perplexing. But what's behind this seemingly pointless pursuit? Well, for some dogs, it's simply a form of play. They see their tail as a moving target, and their instinct to chase kicks in. It's their way of having a little fun and burning off some energy. However, if the tail chasing becomes obsessive or compulsive, it could be a sign of boredom, anxiety, or even a medical condition. Just like humans, dogs need mental and physical stimulation. If your dog is constantly chasing its tail, it might be a sign that they're not getting enough exercise or mental enrichment. It's like they're trying to entertain themselves because they're bored out of their minds. In these cases, it's important to address the underlying issue by providing more exercise, mental challenges, and possibly even consulting with a veterinarian or a certified dog trainer. Have you ever caught your dog licking strange things around the house? Maybe the carpet, the furniture, or even the walls? While it might seem gross to us, there could be several reasons behind this licking behavior. One possibility is that they're simply exploring their world through their sense of taste. Dogs experience the world primarily through their noses, but their tongues play a role too. Licking can be their way of gathering information about their environment. Another reason could be that they enjoy the taste or texture of certain surfaces. Just like we might enjoy the taste of chocolate or the crunch of potato chips, dogs might find certain textures or flavors appealing. However, excessive licking can also be a sign of stress, anxiety, or even a medical condition. If your dog is licking excessively, especially themselves, it's essential to rule out any underlying health issues with a veterinarian. Remember, dogs communicate through their behavior, and licking can be their way of telling us that something is up. Dogs and berrying go together like peanut butter and jelly. It's an instinct deeply rooted in their ancestry, and it can manifest in different ways, even with our domesticated companions. One reason dogs bury things is to save them for later. In the wild, this was a way for their ancestors to store food and ensure they had something to eat in times of scarcity. Even though our pampered pups don't have to worry about famine, the instinct to bury valuable resources remains. Another reason could be that they're simply enjoying the act of digging and burying. It's a fun and stimulating activity for them, like a little treasure hunt in reverse. However, in some cases, burying behavior can also be a sign of anxiety or stress. If your dog is burying things excessively or seems particularly anxious about their buried treasures, it might be worth consulting with a veterinarian or a certified dog trainer to address any underlying emotional issues. Now, this next behavior can be a little awkward, especially when it happens in public. Doggy mounting, also known as humping, is a natural behavior in dogs, but it can have different meanings depending on the context. One reason dogs mount is to establish dominance. It's their way of saying, "I'm in charge here," especially in a multi-dog household. However, it's important to note that mounting is not always about dominance. It can also be a sign of excitement, playfulness, or even a way to release pent-up energy. If you have a dog that's prone to mounting, it's important to observe their body language and the context of the behavior. If it's causing problems or distress to other dogs, it's best to redirect their attention or separate them. Remember, spaying or neutering your dog can also help reduce mounting behavior related to hormones. Let's face it, butt sniffing might be one of the most puzzling and, let's be honest, unpleasant dog behaviors from a human perspective. But in the canine world, it's a perfectly normal and essential form of communication. You see, dogs have scent glands located in their anal area that release pheromones, chemical signals that convey a wealth of information about a dog's identity, health, and even emotional state. When a dog sniffs another dog's behind, they're essentially reading their personal profile. It's their way of saying, "Nice to meet you, tell me everything about yourself." So, while we might find it a bit awkward, it's important to remember that butt sniffing is just dogs being dogs. It's their way of exchanging information and getting to know each other. Have you ever noticed your dog running towards the door and bumping into it? It might seem like a strange behavior, but it's actually their way of communicating with us. They're beloved humans. One reason dogs bump into the door is to get our attention. They might be trying to tell us they need to go outside, or they might be excited about something they've heard or seen outside. In some cases, door bumping can also be a sign of anxiety or frustration. For example, if your dog is afraid of loud noises and hears thunder, they might bump into the door as a way of seeking comfort or escape. If your dog is frequently bumping into the door, it's important to pay attention to their body language and the context of the behavior. Are they barking or whining? Are they showing other signs of anxiety or distress? By understanding the reasons behind their door bumping, we can better address their needs and ensure their well-being. Now, this last behavior might seem a little too close for comfort for some, but it's actually a sign of affection and curiosity from our canine companions. Dogs have an incredible sense of smell, far superior to ours. Their noses are equipped with millions of scent receptors, allowing them to detect even the faintest odors. When a dog sniffs our ears, they're picking up on a variety of scents, including our natural body odor, pheromones, and even traces of what we've touched or eaten. Some believe that dogs are particularly drawn to the scent of our ears because it's a concentrated area of sweat glands, which release pheromones that can convey information about our emotional state. So, while it might tickle a bit, try not to be too grossed out when your dog shoves their nose in your ear. They're simply trying to get to know you better in their own unique way. We always learn new things from dogs, and surely you have seen these strange things they sometimes do. That's why in this review, we seek to learn more about them and understand that the way they communicate and act cannot be humanized because each species has its own ways of socializing. You can write your opinion in the comments. We always read them. Well, that's all for now. Until next time.